Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shauna if you're new here, and today I'm going to be doing a complete review and flip through of the Organized Homeschool Planner by Not Consumed. Now today is part of a planner review series and giveaway series, so make sure that you stick around to the end to see how to enter the giveaway and what I will be giving away. So I'm going to turn around the camera and talk to you guys about this beautiful planner. Alright you guys, so to start, I did purchase this planner a few years ago, and since then they have updated their cover. Now I did contact them to ask if anything else had been changed within the planner, and they assured me that everything else was still the same, they just had a fresh new cover. So when you go to their site, you will see a different cover. Now when you open it up, you are greeted with a beautiful scripture from Proverbs. This planner is $49 on their site, and one of the very first pages is this sheet that says, "This will be our family's best homeschool year ever," and then you're all encouraged to sign around it, just kind of committing to making it the best year. And I really love this because it sets the tone for your homeschool year, that you're going into it with good intentions and happy feelings, and that you're committing to it all being great. Then for those of you who like stickers, they have an entire sticker sheet to use throughout your calendar. And one of the things that I love about this planner, it is very intentional about creating a vision and a mission for your homeschool. So this says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. So these two pages have you walk through, why does your family homeschool? What's your motivation? What are your benefits? What are some of the things that you want to do? What do you want to avoid? And what do you want your family life to look like? And then the next page is, what are some of the important things regarding family life, church life, and community life? One of the things that I love about this planner is it is designed for large families, so it can accommodate spaces for up to 8 children, which is amazing. And in this area, it has life goals worksheet. So it says, what do you want your child to be like when he or she is 18? Consider biblical standards and character qualities, as well as things that you wish you had learned before adulthood, or things that you are thankful to have learned. And you can make goals for them for their spirituality, their social and emotional state, their physical state, and academics. So there are many different tabs on the side. The first one is planning, space, students, and then it breaks up into all of the different months of the year. Now this planning section really gets into the nitty-gritty of planning for your homeschool. I think that this is the perfect homeschool planner if you are brand new to homeschooling and you just need somebody to kind of hold your hand and walk you through everything that you need to consider while you are planning out your year. So this very first sheet is state requirements. What are your state laws? So this is great to look at not only if you are new to homeschool, but if you are a seasoned homeschooler, this is something that we should be checking out each and every single year in case anything changed in our year or in our state in terms of, testing or days that are required and hours that are required. So it asks you, are there any specific hour requirements? Am I required to homeschool a certain number of days? Do I need to take attendance? Do I need to notify anyone? What are the subjects that I'm required to teach? Will I need to keep lesson plans? And just some really great questions, as well as a little open space for you to write down anything additional that you can think of that would require you to just keep really great records. And then this sheet allows you to evaluate your last year. So whether you're new to homeschooling or you're a seasoned homeschooler, this is a great sheet because you can still answer these questions even if you were public schooling. I actually filled this out when we had been public schooling for the previous year. So it talks about, what went well, what did not go well. Is there something that was lacking? Is there an activity or curriculum that needs to be removed? Is there something that I need to fit in? What changes can I make going forward? What changes do I need to make to our schedule? And did we have enough breaks, too many breaks, or do we need different spacing between our breaks? So I think that that is really great. Next, the sheets are evaluate last year for each child. So you can go and write your child's name and how they did emotionally, spiritually, and academically. The following sheets are called Our Needs, and it allows you to really think about like what your child, who are they as a person? What are their quirks? What is their personality like? What are their strengths and weaknesses? What are some of their educational needs? And you can have all of that for each child in one spot, so you can really sit down and think about each child and who they are as a person, and what you need to do to help equip them. The next section gives you a breakdown of the different homeschooling methods, such as traditional, classical, unit studies, Charlotte Mason, and eclectic approaches. And then the page after is Our Methods. So you can go and write down, which style you think you're going to fall into, and what do you need? What does mom need from homeschooling? What do you like? What do you want your children involved in? What are some of your family circumstances? And then what are some unique needs of your kids? And then the next page is What Will We Teach? And it kind of gives you a rough estimate of, what each age group needs to learn in terms of early elementary, late elementary, middle school, and high school. And then on this sheet, you go and write in, where your family falls. I fell into the early elementary and late elementary, but maybe you'll fall into the middle school or high school, or maybe even all of these sections. On the next page, you're going to write Our Family's Methods. So which homeschooling theory did you go with? And then you're going to write what makes it a good fit, what challenges can arise from it, what components are you planning to use, like what, as far as curriculum, and then what challenges should you be made aware of. This next section, you will make your annual plan. So do you have a certain amount of days that you're required to teach, or days of the week? Will you count by semesters or by quarters? What day are you going to start, and what day are you going to end? What holidays are you going to take off? And are there any factors that you need to consider for the whole year? This next section is a curriculum plan sheet, and it gives you enough space for 8 children and all of their curriculum picks. So you will write your child's name, you'll write all of their subjects or curriculum, how long you think their curriculum should last. So if it's a 36-week, a 30-week, and then how many days a week you need to do to complete it, and then what your overall plan is. There's an extras worksheet that you can utilize for extracurriculars and just keeping track of them for each child. Next is creating a daily plan. So you can write down, what time of the day works best for your family to homeschool, what specific needs do you have, what extracurricular activities are you incorporating, do you have little ones who are going to need some attention, do you need rest and quiet time through the day, and would you like an alternative day such as Fridays off? The next section is a page where you can create your daily schedule. Now, this decorative sheet I did create on Canva, and I just glued it inside. I wanted it to be pretty, but you can create your schedule, and she's very adamant about not making your schedule a prison. So I even wrote down here, be flexible. This schedule is a guide and not a prison. So be flexible. You never know what the day is going to hold for you. This next section is where you can create a daily schedule per child. So if you have, different children doing different subjects on certain days, or, different curriculums, you have enough space to create that for each child. And this is a nice little gentle reminder showing that detailed schedules in homeschool rarely mix. That's not to say that they can't work. It just means that, like I said, you never know what the day is going to hold, so be flexible. So the next section is where you can chunk your day. Now you can write down, the things that you would like to cover in the morning, during lunchtime, the afternoon, if you're working in free time, or if that's when you're starting, and then when your ideal start time for school would be. And if you have anything going on around dinner, maybe you're in some extracurriculars, or maybe you just have dinner. This is a great section, though, to just kind of look at your schedule overall and see, what would my perfect homeschool day look like, and strive for that, but also be grace-filled in it. The next tab is going to be design. So what is your homeschool space going to look like? And as you open it up, you're gonna write, what is your current space? What are some of the things that you love? What are some things that don't seem to be working? Where do you learn? Because, us homeschoolers, we like to just move around all over the house. Is there a place to write? Where do you store things? Are there comfy places to read? What is fun about your space? Because they should be fun. And is there anything that your kids have outgrown? So I think it's just really nice to have that and make you be really intentional about your space. Then there's a homeschool room tour where you can write your likes, your dislikes, some of the challenges, and then anything that you might use. So, what does a traditional space look like? What does your family life or living room have? What about your kitchen? And then if you haven't already, this is a wonderful page to utilize to design your learning space. How many kids do you have? What are their ages? And are there any special needs? And then what are some of the priorities that you have? What's some of the existing furniture that you're going to use? But also, what are some of your furniture needs? And then you can roughly sketch out, just what your learning space needs. And then here is a sheet of learning materials and things that are commonly used, and then there's enough space for you to go and write down anything that you would like to add in. The next sheet is a storage plan and developing one. What are you going to spend annually? What is your storage plan? Are you going to use totes? Are you using bookcases? What is your plan? And then what are you going to sometimes have? Next is the same thing. So what is going to be your storage plan for everyday use versus your your overall storage plan? Do you keep curriculum for your little ones to use? Do you have reusable curriculum and things like that? Then if you are creative and like to draw things out, this is creating a blueprint. So it says, using the worksheets we've done so far, draw out what your homeschool space would look like. So you have this whole sheet to draw it out if you like doing that kind of thing. And then there's a sheet just of things to keep in mind when you're creating your perfect space. And the next sheet is planning for your students or organize your students. So there's a whole sheet that talks about the 5 different levels of independence and where your children should fall based on age. So kind of gives you an idea of what to expect from them. So there are sheets to write each child's name and what stage of independence they're at and what notes you have. So, if your child is transitioning, you can write in the notes, how are you going to help them transition? And just to feel confident enough to transition over into doing some more independent work, so maybe you can work with your younger children. There's a section where you can write what learning materials each child will need, spaces to write schedules and assignments, and then there are sheets to just organize how you're going to keep your records. You can write down the subjects that are taught, what kinds of things are going to go into your notebook or your portfolio, and then a checklist for these items. Okay, now we're going to get into the actual months. And so each month we'll start off with a Bible scripture, and then it will give you a month at a glance. Now, my recommendation when you're writing out the months because this is an undated calendar, so my recommendation would be to use a pencil or really look at the calendar really, really well before copying out the days, because I had to kind of ghetto rig some boxes down here because I put the first when I should have just started with the second of the month and moved it up to this top row right here so everything would fit. So that was more user error than calendar error. So take it from me, use a pencil or be really, really good. Then the next page is, what are some of the verses that you want to work on this month? What are some of your prayer needs? What are some of your praises and thanksgivings? And then right here, you can write out what are your goals for yourself this month? What do you want to work on? And down here, it really forces you to think about what are some of your spiritual goals? What are some of your family, health, financial, homeschool, and social things that you're thinking about and planning for this month? The next sheets are this month goals for your kids. So what do you want for each child? If you like to use word clouds, there's a whole sheet for, just something that you want to add in for this month. and then taking a deeper look at this month. What are some things that you're grateful for? What worked well this month? What did God reveal to you? What is something that you're covering in prayer? What can you change? Something that you should say no to. Is there something that you need to do more of? How did you see God this month? What is something fun or silly that your kids did? What is something that you enjoy the most? What are you struggling with the most? And what would you like to do more or less of? There's sections in every month to also write down whatever this month's memories were. And then there's a section to write things about you that I love, and you can name each child and just different things that you love about them. Alright you guys, so that is the end of the flip through for the Organized Planner from Not Consumed. I hope that it helped you to see inside and just get some ideas on if you think that this will work for your homeschool. It's a beautiful planner, you guys, and I think that this is by far one of the most comprehensive planners I have ever seen, especially for the homeschool community. And it's nice because, like I said, if you have a large family, this holds spaces for 8 kids, and that is just phenomenal. So I hope that you guys liked it. I will link down below the Not Consumed site. If you're interested in this, you can go there and check it out. As far as the giveaway, you guys, it's day 2 of the giveaways. So today, sadly, I don't have a Not Consumed planner to give you guys, but I do have a $10 gift card to Starbucks because every mother needs coffee, especially at the start of the homeschool year. So if you would like to enter the giveaway for today, make sure that you do 3 things, which is to comment below with what you liked about the planner, give me a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and next Saturday on the 27th, I will be doing a drawing to see who won for today's giveaway. You can enter each giveaway that I'm doing this week, but only one person can win one of the prizes. So, just to make it fair for everybody. So make sure that you check out Monday's video and that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get to see Friday's video and you can enter that giveaway as well. And I'll see you guys again later. Bye.